already, but all the reports are anonymized. If you want to know who's targeting our friend, get me a hard line into a government server.
Right then. Time to get that data. Drop a pin on the map for me, would you?
Welcome back to The Upload. Today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Seems like it's been around forever, but it's really quite a new invention.
A curious story out of America today as audio surfaced in which SRS officers allegedly torture an American hacker traveling abroad to death. The Home Office has dismissed the audio as a fabrication, quote, cooked up by American radicals or Russian trolls, take your pick, end quote.
So central to cryptocurrency is the distributed ledger technology, the tech that keeps track of all transactions. And what this means is you can have a decentralized system without having to trust any one party, like old-fashioned banks.
One of the reasons why I got involved so early was that you could stay anonymous.
Yeah, the features of cryptocurrency very much fit into that early
Auto drive now disabled.
About finding an alternative to centralized systems. It was kind of a countercultural punk ethos. The whole point of the distributed ledger is not...
Hi, how are you? That's good, let's go.
Fuck yes.
Auto drive
is you're
now
not
enabled.
trusting any one person to keep a track of who has what money or how they're spending it. It's all out there in the open for anyone to see, and yet you can remain secretive.
But not everybody now wants to keep up this crypto legacy. They don't share this attitude anymore. We've seen institutions, businesses, even governments experimenting with crypto, which doesn't really fit into its original radical counterculture mold.
Yeah, it's kind of weird today to think of people not using cryptocurrency. It's so mainstream now. You know, I'm almost nostalgic for the feel of cash. Good old-fashioned paper and coins. First they changed the paper notes to plastic notes, and now it's just all digital. There's nothing to hold on to.
It was great just to be able to have a little bit of money to carry around with you.
I think the turning point in the UK really came a few years ago when the pound dropped 10% over just one season. People living off grid started using crypto. And just as everyone was losing faith in the pound, they were gaining it in cryptocurrency, which turned out to be much more stable, kind of the opposite to what people thought in the beginning.
And then, of course, there was the recession. It didn't take long for startups to see. opportunity in this new way of doing finance. A lot of traditional money was converted to crypto, and it really shook up the financial sector.
Can you remember when they first introduced crypto cash points?
That was really sneaky. It was a classic startup behaviour. They just installed them everywhere. No consultation with the government, no approval or anything. But people immediately started to use them.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of how Blue put out the Optic. They just made it free and flooded the streets with these devices. Suddenly everyone had them.
If there's this great option in tech, people are just going to start using it, no matter the cost.
Parliament actually tried to put a stop to the cash points, but people were using them so much already. There was outrage. I mean, some parts of London were already using crypto as their primary currency by then.
And now, apparently, or at least in theory, crypto is illegal.
Yeah, in May this year, economists found that crypto was being traded more than the pound, and banks were not happy. They basically
Auto-drive now
forced the government
disabled.
to ban cryptocurrency in a last-ditch effort to save the pound.
But it's not like that's worked. People are still using crypto, and it's been pushed further, deeper underground. Things used to work fine with crypto, and it was just a peer-to-peer sharing economy style system. Now it's all on the dark web and wrapped up again in organised crime.
Yeah, if you want to make something thrive on the black market, just make it illegal.
Last year, nearly half of British parliamentarians were absent for more than 60% of votes. Even our Prime Minister recently set a record for most days spent outside the country in a calendar year. So who's running the show? Join us on GBB tonight to find out.
This is London Film. You're listening to Second Line. Your pilot
I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and
Auto
girls
drive now
of the Signal
enabled.
and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SIRS. Wow! They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everyone. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about the massive unaccounted spy organisation who uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech. Instead, we're going to look at how SIRS became so powerful. And as usual, we'll keep everyone
Click, boom, done.
Are you ready to begin?
Here's the gist. Malik's intelligence checks out. A rogue faction of SARS officers framed DedSec for the bombings to consolidate power over the government. But now they've noticed that some people are standing up to the new order, and they're blaming you.
I believe these are the people you call Zero Day. I don't know their names, but it's safe to assume they have a ringleader. And in my experience overseas, removing the leader...
Yeah, we get it. Kill the head and then the body will die.
So if Malik's right, Zero Day are some kind of shadowy cabal of spies who blew up half the city to secretly take control of the government. But now they're pissed off that someone's standing up to them, so they're going to do it again. That's awful.
I agree. You'd think they'd come up with something besides another bombing. Bit of a double beat, isn't it?
Sabine, is this because of us? Like, for real? Is Zero Day really doing this because we stepped to him?
Cut that victim-blaming shit. I'd rather get blown up 1,000 times than lie down just so some wannabe tyrants can stamp on my face.
No. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. No, listen.
Auto drive now enabled.
So SIRS doesn't come looking for them. Ian was a veteran political writer and podcaster back in the days of pre-crisis Britain.
Is the world we're living in now fascist? Well, this is what fascism is. It is the complete and total control of the individual. The desire to basically say to the individual, nothing in your life matters. On an individual basis, you are now part of the whole, part of the nation, and the only meaning that you will find in your life is to become part of the nation.
You have reached your destination.
Right? The nation is basically just encapsulated.
Auto drive now enabled.
That takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does, it's just a myth. But that's what they go for. And on that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life, from who you talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary iteration of this process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically molded into one. That isn't that rare. I mean, it's exactly the same thing in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps that operated in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in those camps making use of that slave labor. Fascism often works with corporations, and it's doing the same now. That's the way in which they track what you do. That's the way in which they track who you talk to. They operate as each other's proxies.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democratic media in post-communist states.
Auto drive now disabled.
Yeah, old man's live on the scene.
You're stealing SIRS personnel dossiers. The organization is strictly compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in one central location.
Spy's about to get spied on, cuzzy. Wait, how do we get that, though?
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
Fucking fuck.
You can be horrified if you want, but it's saved thousands of lives. Get access to a filament terminal and I'll provide you with the search terms.
Take a holiday, he says. Well, when the taxi drops you a mile from the hotel,
Albion officers are employed to ensure safety for all. Respect their authority and comply with their directives.
I'm ready to go when you are.
I'm ready.
That's too much!
What was that?
Civilians are not permitted to carry weapons of any kind. Scanning for potential threats.
Give yourself up! Intern! No, don't do this to me!
Engaging hostile target.
Look up somewhere else, you stupid drone!
Engaging target.
You better not waste my time! Weapon check! Bloody thing's not firing!
So this is filament. Impressive. I can help you break in, but we're going to leave a trail, unless of course Malik has an idea.
There. I persuaded Filament Security to log that Spiderbot's activity as system maintenance.
You're a professional liar. How do I know you're not lying now?
It's not like the movies. Spies aren't the police. I believe in working with the lesser evils like DedSec to protect society from the greater ones.
So why did Zero Day kill all my friends?
There are differing schools of thought.
Great news. I have the dossiers. Nicely done. I got the search dossiers you want.
Right, so we do a simple CTOS contact analysis and work out who's in charge of 0 Day. I'll have it done before you can say Guantanamo.
I'll handle the classified data, thank you very much.
It would be so much faster if I worked with you in order to do this.
The people in these dossiers are connected, but not necessarily complicit. It will take intelligence expertise to separate the wheat from the chaff. And when I discover something actionable, I will contact you.
He's disconnected. Pleasant fella.
Crypto now seems like it's been around forever.
I have Malik for you.
Yes, okay. I'll talk to him.
We have to meet.